stop and think, why spend too much time just...
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to do a review of this lovely book, which is The Business Boutique by Christy Wright. If you guys are new to my channel, I did make it a goal of mine after I became self-employed to start reading one business book every single month, and so this was the book that I finished for September. So if you haven't already checked out my video about Entree Leadership by Dave Ramsey, I definitely recommend checking that review out. Christy Wright is a voice or personality, I guess is what they call it, of Dave Ramsey's team. So it was kind of a no-brainer that the next book that I would read is by her. She gives lots of advice about starting your own business and growing your business. She has some real life experience, and so I thought it'd be good to read her book. So today we're going to talk about that. So the first book, like I said, I read was Entree Leadership. I will have both books linked down below. And so I thought I would just talk a little bit about the book and then go into some of the things that I loved, some of the things that I didn't love so much, and kind of wrap it up with that. So Christy's situation is a little different because her mom was a baker. She started her own bakery, and it was really like a very encouraging story throughout her book about how her mom started by just like randomly walking into this cute little store and saying, hey, I'm gonna make cakes here. And then she, like, you know, has been doing her own business since then. Christy had some interesting experience running her own horse farm, and so she has those two experiences that she talks about throughout her book, which is really nice and encouraging to hear from somebody else who is a woman who is also someone who is self-employed and, you know, ran her own business. So some of the things that I loved about this book is the feel that I got while reading it. She's a woman, she is obviously in business, and so a lot of the things that I feel and think were very relevant to the stuff that she was saying. So she is a mom, so she understands how you kind of get torn between wanting to like grow your business and start a business, and then feeling like you should also be spending all of this extra time with your kids because they're only little for so long. And so I just loved how she could really understand how I was feeling and how she explains everything with that mentality of knowing that like you have other things going on in your life besides just the fact that you want to run your own business. So I really, really love that. She talks a lot about like having self-doubt and thinking like you're an imposter and that people are going to find you out. And so I just feel like a lot of the things that everybody thinks every day, she really did a good job of like putting that in the book and showing you that it's wrong, that you have something unique to say, that even though there may be 100 people doing exactly what you're doing it the way that you do it, and nobody can do it that way. I loved that message. I felt like that was exactly what I needed to hear. And so that is one thing that I love, just her tone, her attitude, how I can seriously relate to her when she's telling these stories through her book. The other thing that I really loved about this book was the fact that in the very back of each chapter, you have like a little workbook. So you can probably see a little bit of it. But basically you go through and you learn all about business topics. You learn about marketing and seriously like every business topic that you could learn about, you learn about. And then she gives you a place to write down like how that chapter applied to you. So for example, this one is starting your business. So how much of your own money are you going to use to, how much of your own money are you going to need to spend to start your business? So there's so many different work pages within here. You can see like there's multiple pages worth of little questions that you can answer to get you all set and ready to open your own business. So I love that. I felt like that was really nice because you can read something and that's all fine and dandy, but if you don't actually like use it and make sure that you're applying those principles to your actual situation, it's not very helpful. So I love that she incorporated that within the book. The next thing that I was going to say that I loved about this book is how if you are not a business person, if you didn't go to school for business, if you, you know, don't have an MBA, this book is perfect for you because it goes through all of the things that you need to know about business in a very condensed fashion which again is kind of like a double-edged sword for me because I have a lot of that experience. I've seen a lot of it, but I think for you guys, for people who may not have business experience, it's such a great tool. It's something that you really need in your corner. So I honestly would recommend this to any friend or family member who is considering opening up a business, and I especially would do this for any woman that I know that is going to open up a business, because it's very woman focused, and I think that's the whole point of this book, is that like she's showing you that if you want to have your own business, if you want to open up a side business, it's possible even though you may have kids or whatever else is going on in your life. So I really enjoyed that. So some of the things that I did not like. It's very geared towards when you're first starting out your business. So the first, like seriously, third of the book is all about like your mission statement and finding out what you love and all of that. And I've already had my business for what, 3.5 years if you consider YouTube, and then for almost 2 years if you consider just Etsy. And so a lot of the stuff that she's talking about, I have obviously already experienced. I've already started my business. I don't need to figure out how long it's going to take me to save to buy certain things. So I feel like it's very relevant for somebody who is just starting out and you're thinking about starting a business, but it's not so relevant if you're already in business. I would say 1/3 of the book is based, and it might even just be like a chapter of it. I honestly don't remember exactly how much of it is, but there's only one section of it that talks about like growing your business. And so the vast majority of this book is related to starting. So again, you're going to start in the very beginning. You're going to go over the reason why you're doing this, your why, as she says. And again, it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword, because giving you guys this advice for like starting a business or growing your business, I definitely still think that it's useful information. I just feel like it would be nice if there's a little bit more when it comes to growing your business and not so much about starting. I wish it would have been a little bit more even. But I have to say, even with some of the very beginning level stuff, I did some of the exercise. I did all the exercises, honestly, because I felt like it would be nice to sit down and write some things out just to like think about why I do certain things. So one of them is why. Why do I make videos about budgeting? Why do I make budgets? Why do I make videos about planning? Why do I have a whole sticker business related to budget stickers? And so I had to think long and hard about why I did it. And I think my main reason why is because I want to prevent myself and other people from having to experience the life that I had growing up. And so it's just kind of fun that, although I think part of the thing I didn't like about this book was that it was very geared towards beginning stage business, I still feel like I got something out of it. So if you are starting out, if you are, you know, a couple years in, I still think it's beneficial. Again, I just really wish that it was a little bit more geared towards growing your business rather than just the very beginning. But again, still, I would totally recommend it to any friends or family that are considering opening up a business. I think she does a great job. Like I said, she talks about like the very beginning stuff, a mission statement, why you're doing it. She goes into taxes. She goes into like if you need to incorporate. She talks about business taxes and insurance and pretty much every topic that you need to know when it comes to owning your own business. She goes to very great length talking about those items. So these two books, the Dave Ramsey EntreLeadership and the Business Boutique, I feel like there is some overlap when it comes to the topics, because you definitely have a lot of like, okay, you need a budget, you need to do this, like basic business principles. But Christy has a different point of view because she has her mom's business that she talks a lot about. She has her small horse business that she had. And then of course, unlike the EntreLeadership book, you have work pages, which I think just again makes a huge impact on actually absorbing the information. So again, I would recommend it. I'm definitely going to keep this on my desk so that if I ever think like, okay, I need a refresher on any of these things, I could just pick it up and have it ready to go. The next book that I'm reading has nothing to do with business because I honestly don't need to read another business book until October, but I am still reading another book and it has to do with budgeting and money because I just love it. But anyway, that is the book that I read for September. As always, please leave your recommendations for business books down below. It doesn't have to be like specific to money. It could be about like marketing or hiring. All I ask that it has something to do with like owning your own business and not like working at a business, because obviously that doesn't apply to me anymore. But anyway, I highly recommend this if you are looking for a good book, especially if you're thinking about opening up a side business or like doing this full time. I definitely recommend this book. I really loved reading it. I read it extremely fast. I think I told you guys in August when I was doing my Entree Leadership book review that I was almost done with it, and it's seriously 300 pages and I think I read it in like a week because it's that good. So anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this little book review. If you have any questions for me about this book, let me know down below, and I again will have links to both books below if you want to check them out. Again, I really highly recommend it if you are thinking about opening up a business. But that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready?